guys, it's 21 Maxwell here. Welcome to another edition of TW 2016, my WWE Let's Play. We've been doing all the pay-per-views since the game came out, effectively, since April 2016, so we've been at it for a while. We're now February 2019 in-game, and we now have our final Smackdown pay-per-view for WrestleMania. Now, I'm a little bit quieter than usual. It's 2 AM, that's pretty much why. But we'll guide through this just really so I can get the show booked, and before I go to bed I can get progressed into next week's pay-per-view, which I believe, I think we've got no way out for SmackDown. It'll be Fastlane as the final event for Raw next week. So 20 segments on today's show. A few storylines will come to a close here. Some we'll lay the foundations for going into WrestleMania. We do have some dual brand feuds coming, but of course we need to wait to next week and going forward to build them up. So without further ado, this is the final SmackDown pay-per-view from Lansdowne Road in Ireland again, because it's the only stadium that really we can fit 50,000 in and with a good pop in, so just continually using that to get attendances and make that money. It does mean, as I say, next week's pay-per-view will probably be in Lansdowne Road as well. And more than likely, WrestleMania is going to be WrestleMania 35 at Wembley. But now, here's the show. So we start off with a hype video for our main event of tonight, and we're given championship opportunities to make it to WrestleMania. Baron Corbin's final obstacle in front of a sellout crowd of 49,000 at Lansdowne Road sees Roman Reigns get another opportunity. The highly touted Zack Sabre Jr. get another opportunity. Viper is looking for another World Heavyweight Championship, so could he be the man to win the title here? A96, good rating to start the show. Crowd hotter, storyline advances. Our opening match of the evening was a good match, and it saw Rusev defeat Apollo Crews as well, like he did in the last pay-per-view. 13:46, they've just been going at it. Rusev is coming back as a monster heel. So he gets the win with the Bullplex. It should have been a submission win with the Accolade. But at B79, the match got the crowd hotter. Apollo Crews with 76, Rusev win 81. We do plan for these two to be involved with each other at WrestleMania in some sort of bigger match than this. But Rusev gaining that momentum, gaining that performance skill upgrade, and just negatives for the momentum of Apollo Crews, inconsistency of Rusev, and the short match length. After the matchup, Rusev cuts a dynamite promo, which nearly levels The Rock with an A95, just saying, Rusev is tired of being in the sidelines. Last year at WrestleMania, he defeated Brock Lesnar, and this year at WrestleMania, he wants to take some sort of gold back with him, back to his native Bulgaria. So a good promo from Rusev. Next up, we've got a promo from Paige. It's her chance to go again for the SmackDown Women's Championship. She is just really explaining how she was the beginning of this women's revolution that started a long time ago. She's now come into her peak years as a competitor and believes that she'll be, married with a championship reign. She's also pissed off that she felt like why her old friend from the Norfolk Dolls, Sami Zayn, has come back, Baines, however it's pronounced, telling her to stay out of her business and just let Paige win the championship. So that's a B81 with a very good matchup. It was about that had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, but it saw Charlotte defeat Paige in 15:04 by pinfall, Charlotte making the second defence of the SmackDown Women's title. Not the time to take the title off of Charlotte. If we are going to do it, it'll be a lot of changes at Mania, but a B79, great chemistry, potential face turn for Paige. If we could get these ladies integrated to the division, the male roster, and go with bigger pushes, we could be looking at this hitting an A down the line. So I do feel I might just take the gamble and take the risk the day after WrestleMania. I think that's the day we'll just go, fuck it. We'll integrate the women into the main roster. It will see a dent in popularity and attendance figures, but we'll get nearly 300 million in the bank. Let's go for it. Segment was penalised due to a lack of hot associated storyline. Could I have pushed it today? Time will tell. Next up, we had the Trios Championships in the line. There's a decent matchup that saw the New Heart Foundation of Harry Smith, Jack Evans and Teddy Hart defeat Lindsay Dorado, Manny Andrade and Will Ospreay in 12:43 when Teddy Hart defeated Will Ospreay with a shooting star elbow drop so they make the second defense of the Trios Championships to B-77. Lindsay Dorado, the weak link, but the Heart Foundation have been great. Gives me a good opportunity to use these guys and give us actually something to do with the Trios Championship. So they've been dominating. They were feuding with Tyson Kidd. He's now recruited, but more than likely Tyson and Natalia are going to be re-signed and assigned trainer roles in NXT. Next up, Tyler Breeze is in the ring with a microphone, and he is issuing an open challenge. He's fed up of losing. He's fed up of being overlooked. He wants to take on anyone in the roster tonight, and that is the D-36. His opponent, coming in with an elaborate entrance, not with a lot of overness, in the UK, or in Ireland in this case, is the debuting Akira Tozawa. So that's only an E24, which does bring the crowd's mood down. He debuts a Proud Ethnic gimmick, which is below average, so that's disappointing. But the match itself is a D plus 50. Tozawa needs built up in the UK, it seems, but he defeats Tyler Breeze in 9 minutes 36 with the German suplex. So we've got Tozawa on Smackdown Live. This was a storytelling match as well. Just happy that was his contract finally expiring. It gives a chance to poach him, and yeah, we brought him in. And speaking of poaching, Bo Dallas's contract is up. He wanted $40,000 plus creative control. They said no, I'll give you 45 in a 5-year deal. And now New Japan are trying to steal Bo Dallas. Could you imagine Bo Dallas in New Japan? Nope. That's what it is. Next up, we're on to the Cruiserweight division. It was a match that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Shane Strickland defending against Neville and winning in 17:46 by pinfall, following a handspring back elbow. Shane Strickland makes the second defence of the Cruiserweight Championship. A B80 is a very respectable match. He got the crowd hotter with 2 good performances. Neville is so over he can take the losses and it'll help Strickland get over. The worrying thing is he has next to no star quality, but a lot of other good qualities, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, everything else, all positive. Next up, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are backstage. They've just basically said to each other, gonna look after each other, just make sure everyone's fine. It's time the BC or the Bullet Club, as I say, reunites and just make sure, or the club I should say, reunites and make sure they take over this place. So AJ's like, I'm not got a match tonight, I'll watch your back, we'll make an impact tonight. So B79, AJ came across well. Watch this space, it could be interesting what it leads to. Next up, with a good matchup, it saw Sami Zayn defeat Kenny Omega in 18:55 with a Luva kick. Sami making the third defence of his IC title, just ending the feud between these two. A B88 to B plus 88, which is good considering Sami won 87, Kenny with 76. That was Kenny off his game. Storyline ends there, and I'll say Sami Zayn will progress as Intercontinental Champion into Mania. Kenny Omega might have to look up some friends for that match. Next up, it was a bout between the Young Bucks and Gallows and Anderson, and it was a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, and the Young Bucks defeated Gallows and Anderson in 12:51 when Matt Jackson defeated Carl Anderson with a moonsault. The Young Bucks also made their second defence of the tag team titles. Gallows is a weak link, a B81. You can see there everyone with 80 performance apart from Gallows, which is worrying because he's not too old to be getting that kind of rating. Just capped for a short match length. After the match, AJ Styles came out. The two of them, Gallows and Anderson, all together, beat down the Young Bucks. The performance of AJ was fantastic. So is it going to be something between Kenny? I've just gave it away. Basically, I might as well just give away the story since I've done that. The plan is that Kenny Omega will join with his brothers Nick and Matt Jackson. Kenny's going to turn babyface over the next 6 weeks. A plan to go the Bullet Club versus the Club at WrestleMania in a 6-man tag. As I said, I don't do the build-up videos, I really just do pay-per-view, so I suppose I can't spoil future plans, so hopefully that will deliver at WrestleMania. Promo from Dean Ambrose hyping up the final match with Bray Wyatt. He says he's had enough of Bray Wyatt's mind games and just getting in his way. He's going to show at No Way Out, that he's over the demons and that he is going to be back to where he belongs and putting himself in contention for the World Championship. So A95 from Ambrose. A93 for hyping up promo, so that's good there, good hype video. The match, the lover. Not as much. In a superb matchup and with great heat as well, Dean Ambrose defeated Bray Wyatt in 1742 with 30 deeds. 93 for Dean, 92 for Bray. The storyline lost heat. Negative was a lot of negatives there for Bray, stamina, inconsistency, and short match length. As I say, it was just to give Dean Ambrose a push going into WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt has a big feud on the horizon, which is going to see babyface turn for Bray. Now, as we lead up to our main event, Baron Corbin hypes it up, just saying how much he hates Roman Reigns. That's an A95. No hype video because we do have that, as I say, in the build up to the show at the start of the night. How will the Fatal 4-Way go? Can it deliver? Finally done it. Finally! I was worrying because CM Punk got a 100 match in Dragon Gate. That was going to be match of the year, so I was under pressure from the start to get an A100 match, but this is absolutely perfect. An exceptional matchup that sees Baron Corbin defeat Roman Reigns, Zack Sabre Jr. and Randy Orton in 29-27, and Baron Corbin defeated Zack Sabre Jr. by pinfall at the end of days, and he makes the third defence of the World Heavyweight Champion. So the Lone Wolf retains his championship. I'm so tempted to just scrap any plans I had for Mania and just do this again at WrestleMania to see if I get another A100 to give it a solid rating. But absolutely fantastic. I was just hoping for a 90. A low 90 would have been, quite happy with that. But an A-star 100 just shows how awesome Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns have been. They don't have the psychology, but bringing in Sabre Jr. and Randy Orton has certainly helped that. So 4 okay performances. I think it could be a lot better. Roman only got an 89 and 910 there for Sabre Jr. and 96 for Corbin. Considering this guy was at the start of the save, pumped back into NXT, developed, and he only got that big run when he joined the Wyatt family and the push in the World Grand Prix. So the fact we've done all those shows, put him over, put Braun over, are now my two main guys. So I think definitely putting him back into developmental has only helped him. A couple of skill improvements there, but overall, your only negative is Roman's morale. I'm in the show, and Baron Corbin spears Roman Reigns, pulls up his title, and taunts him. So the champ reigns supreme. What are we going to see at WrestleMania? We could see Reigns in the main event. We're definitely going to see Baron Corbin. The big question is, what next for Orton? But A-star 98 there, and an A-star 96 event, which increased our popularity in 31 regions. I think if we get a better co, we could have been looking at a 100 show. But as I say, absolutely fantastic. The fact is, we can go from a 24 rating and then knock out the park for that main event. So, in terms of that, Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin, and Randy Orton can get bonus basic praised. Zack Sabre Jr.'s morale's high enough, so we don't think we need to worry about that. So, all 3 guys are extremely pleased. So that's good, and that will give us 6 weeks from the Smackdown side of things to build up. As I say, we've got 1 more Raw to do, and we'll be building up that. So let's see. It was an absolute success. That's good to see. This is on the network as well. So look, Reaper is unmotivated. Rick Manning has passed away. TNA got 9,000 against all odds. Daniel's main guy there, Billy Ray v MVP, is a heavyweight title match in 2019. Think of that what you will. Nothing really else there to do. As I say, Mysterio Senior gets a new contract. And speaking of contracts, we've had to give big money and a 4-year contract to ensure that we'll be keeping a 41-year-old AJ Styles. So he'll probably, as I say, drop to the IC division, help to put the guys over, and Komatsu we will put in Lucha Underground because that is where, he's already in a deal somewhere else. So if he is already in a deal elsewhere, he's in NXT, so he'll just continue in NXT then. That's perfectly fine there as well. So you can see there, click on that again, sorry. Bo Dallas, Flamita, Sami Callihan and Eric Young are just negotiating new contracts. Callahan and Young will come up after WrestleMania. If we do something with them, we'll try. More likely for Callahan due to his age than Young. So Jason Jordan has now changed his body type to toned. Of course, we've signed, as I say, Taiji Ishimori. He'll get a good push. Tyler Breeze, booking complaint. 44.31 on the network. 3,000 drug tasting fees, and Teddy Hart does not have a fan in Dean Ambrose, but overall, show was a success. As I say, 292 million in the bank, 4 million profit. We'll start to do a pay-per-view, so that will hopefully, as I say, get us good money, and we can look at, as I say, hopefully making close to 300 million going into WrestleMania. So we can really afford to just give people as much money as possible. A lot of unhappy people, but I say quite a few of these will go. The roster will be trimmed the next couple of weeks, and then from there we'll fix that. Why is Roman unhappy? Because of the Simon Gotch incident from the tail end of last year. So Roman, just take 20 grand. He's still unhappy. What dick. But yeah, all good. As I say, size, I don't have any intentions to go global anytime soon. We can try, but we'll probably drop a good bit when we change our product type. As I say, if I did just to test it here, I had to change that to integrated. Let's save. It would alienate a lot of our existing fans, so it's a risk we will take eventually, but not just now. To say we've got the money that we can continue to build it up. So we'll do that as we give our women's wrestlers a chance in the future to try and main event at a pay-per-view. And I say if we can get them over, we'll certainly give it a try. But I say guys, thanks for watching. What did you think of the pay-per-view? Did you enjoy it? What kind of guys got you an A100 match? For us, it does seem to be, if I just go to top 100, it does seem to be mostly Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is actually featured in 4 of the top 5 matches. Quite surprised that Bray Wyatt and Finn got one there. But I say top 5 matches. In fact, 9 of the top 10 here have all featured Roman Reigns, but that's my 3rd A100 match. And coincidentally, most of them have that foursome of Orton, Corbin, Reigns and Sabre Jr. So as I say, that's been promising there. But yeah, let me know who got A-Star 100 matches for yourself. What do you feel of the event? Do you feel we have the right champions going into Mania? And any predictions for what you think will be the Smackdown side of things? And who do you think that opponent for Bray Wyatt is going to be? I may have mentioned the video already. It's 2 AM. I'm tired. I probably can't remember if I've mentioned it. As always, guys, it's much appreciated that you watched this. If you've got any comments regarding TW in general, hit me up. If there's any questions, I'll try my best to answer. Probably fail, but I'll give it a go. And if there's any likes, comments, subscriptions, all that jazz is deeply appreciated. You can catch some more booking content, whether it be on the Fancy Bookers subreddit with many guys' YouTube videos, or for more written content, or for some mods, some information, and some graphics, you can visit the Grey Dog Software forums, where they have stuff for TW 16, 13, 10, 11, do you know if there was one 11? Might have been 10, the freeware that's 05, EWR, and if you're into mixed martial arts, they also have the World of Mixed Martial Arts 4 game. Pretty damn good. I recommend picking that up as well if you like your UFC. Apart from that, guys, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode for the Fast Lane to WrestleMania. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.